Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. This is Bob. I'm going to introduce my co-host in just a second. Tonight, / today, wherever you're listening to this, we'll have a little booze news for you. TT's TikToks, Gentleman's Agreement, and Pick of the Week. All right. So before I say, gentlemen, how are you? Been thinking about trying to make sure that we, keep things fresh, and wanted to get your feedback as to the intro parts.
The intro parts?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
The signature intro that Cory has, the single adverb that Todd uses quite frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Should we make a rule, a podcast rule?
Gentlemen, how are you? Oh, I'm doing well. I am mighty. And oh, hey.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. So is the rule to have to change it every week, or is the rule that they have to say it?
That's what's up for discussion. Yeah.
Well,
do you think people want to hear the signature? Like, if they don't hear the "I am mighty," then
well, I'm
they're
people.
Gonna go, well, fuck this podcast.
I'm people, and I don't want to hear either of them.
Well, or Cory's signature. Oh, hey, what do you think?
I don't think you're gonna get. I mean, Todd would be negotiable, but I don't think you're.
Todd's is negotiable.
Cory's, you can't tell me what to do. Well, I fucking say oh hey if I want to.
Yeah, I can't stop you.
So no. So
I could cut you out, I suppose. But I would not do that.
Find a spot in the show
where Cory would literally put like a big black square like right where my face is.
Exactly.
Take that, motherfucker. So I'm not going to cut it out.
Find a spot in the video in the next week or so, or even tonight, where he's like, "How's it going?" or something like that, and then, and Mr. Selesky, "How's it going?" and you could just populate that right in there.
Sure, I could literally just record my own voice over his voice. So
yeah, no one would ever know.
Hey, I'd be like, "I'm good, sir."
Or I could do Cory's voice and say whatever I want.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. But then again, I'm going to get the big black square. So, yeah, just food for thought. But now that that's out of the way, my effervescent co-hosts, Cory Selesky, Nick Bader, Todd Dillon. Cory, how are you?
Oh, hey.
Nick.
I mean, I'm a little better after that.
I just thought I'd acknowledge it. Not like it's an elephant in the room or anything, but just what do we want to do is...
now it is.
I'm not going to make this... oh, you weren't aware that you were saying this every week?
No clue.
Okay.
I'm doing well, Bob. How are you?
Excellent, sir.
I don't think enough people ask you how you are.
No, far too many people ask me. I don't want to be asked. I hate to be asked. All right. But I appreciate you doing so.
Sure.
Todd Dillon is out on special assignment. We said, listen, Todd, in order to spice up the podcast, we need to make sure that we have a man in the field out in some sunny climate, getting the pulse of the people, staying in touch with the common man. And Todd said, got it. I'm on it. Don't worry about it.
Yes, I will do that.
Yep, I'll let you know on Saturday where I am. And so when we joined the podcast, this is what we found.
Aloha, brothers.
And I'd like to point out that is not that's not a background, a Zoom background, if you will. Those are actual palm trees.
Yeah. Although it may be hurricane season, it's sunny down where Todd Dillon is. Todd.
Yeah.
That's how I think we should just throw it to Todd every now and then.
I'm not sure why right. And you may be asking yourself, why is Todd bothering to do a podcast when he's in such a glorious location? And the answer that Todd will tell you is that he's a goddamn professional.
He's on assignment.
Goddamn professional.
We funded that trip.
Yeah, that is. I think you're giving a lot more credit for the Schnozzcast bank account than it deserves. But that's fair. So happy to have you, buddy. I understand you're going to be with us here for this episode, and we couldn't be prouder. And please apologize for Mary, who's probably yelling at you in the background to get the fuck off the camera and let's go down to the beach.
No, she's sitting right next to me. But she did remind me that we do have dinner reservations, and the fact that TT was a little bit late today, as usual. That crept into the conversation, but that's okay. That's okay.
I love how in the sunny climate he did not lose an opportunity to throw you directly under the bus.
Mary, I'm very sorry. Todd, sir, I am not sorry to you.
She said, "Mahalo, bitch."
Yeah.
I will take that.
Well, at least they're dinner reservations, and you're not going to have Mary go see a man about a horse.
Mary doesn't see that about horses. I do that twice a day.
Just got so bummed out.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm going to cut it down to size here. So it's been a little bit since I've been on the show. So thanks to all you fuckers for holding on the fort and doing a fantastic job.
On assignment in Northern Michigan?
Yeah. What's that, Todd?
How you feeling? I said, how you feeling, brother?
I feel good. Nick will tell you I probably don't sound as good as I feel. But yeah, I feel good. I did want to say I do have so listening to last week's episode, first I'm like, okay, they decided the week that I wasn't there this is the week we're going to have a 15-minute conversation about abortion on a podcast that proclaims itself to be, non-religious, non-political, apolitical, anti-religious? No, not religious. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that what we're doing now? Okay. Todd is just disrobed completely. Bare ass naked out on his balcony.
I thought that was a white t-shirt.
That's okay. So he's probably stealing himself against the correction I'm about to give him. And then that is, so after 15 minutes of abortion, I noticed that the podcast episode last weekend was peppered with Todd using the term several times, peritoneum.
Which is a real thing.
It is
but
not
the wrong
a real thing. The word
is
is
a real
actually
thing.
perineum. I'd like to point that out. I'm sure that if we had an audience, they would have been very sharp-eyed and caught
Bob,
that. Yeah.
Bob, correction. I was wrong. You are correct. I used the wrong medical term, but there is a term, peritoneum. It's the lining around your innards. So that is a real word. I just used the wrong one. So thank you for the correction, but you were wrong.
Nick is fact-checking you
peritoneum
right
is not
now.
a word.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
And then I wrote down a quote because I couldn't believe it when I heard it. This is Nick during the episode talking about getting high and then masturbating and then getting even higher and then forgetting that you've masturbated, so you do it again. Anyway, Nick's existential question of the week is, and that's what I got from the episode.
What?
Yeah, that's a quote from the episode. I'm like, why do I always miss the great? This was a great episode, and I missed it completely.
Your peritoneum is the tissue that lines your abdominal wall and covers most of the organs in your abdomen.
Okay, versus the perineum.
Correct.
Which is the taint.
Yeah, right. So your point is there is such a thing as the peritoneum. That's
Correct.
just not what you meant to say at the time.
Correct.
All right. Well, thank God you took your shirt off for that, because I think you weathered the storm quite well, sir.
I think he was showing the outside of his peritoneum.
No, I did not expect the gun show. All right, so from the gun show, we should probably do a little housekeeping. So if you're new to the podcast, thank you for joining us. You can find us out here on the streaming services. We release new episodes every Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You can also find us out on iTunes, which is really Apple Podcasts. I don't know. I probably should stop saying iTunes. Spotify, Mixcloud. Yeah. You can find them out on GeoCities and
Napster.
yeah, exactly.
MSN Messenger. Hashtag Schnozzcast.
Yeah. Anywhere we can get a podcast. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Schnozzcast. If you'd like to use your fingers to tell us a message, you can send it to schnozzcast@gmail.com. And if even that's too much work for you and you just want to tap out a, hey, go fuck yourself, or, man, I really want to hear more of the oh, hey, you can send us a text or call us at 618-SHOCKER.
On the Shocker line, or you can add Schnozzcast to ICQ, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
When they're internet chat relays.
Yeah.
Todd, are you old enough to remember internet chat relay?
I'm not.
You better fucking say yes, you old motherfucker. You oldest.
I'm not. I've
host
never
the
heard of
podcast.
it. Never heard of it.
Sounds a little ageist, Bob.
Never heard of it. All right. Let's get the volume back up here, and we'll jump right over to Booze News.
And now it's time for Booze News.
Nicholas Bader, I understand you have the sole purveyor of booze news today.
The only one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's what I just said.
All right. In one or more ways.
Okay.
All right. So for this installment of Booze News, there's a new TV show called Too Large to Love, who is casting people with large penises. Just so you know, they're in the casting phase right now, Todd. So keep your ears open. I've already put my application through. So, all right. So it says in the past decades have taught us anything, it's that reality TV is wild. Case in point, brand spanking new show titled Too Large for Love is deep in the process of casting very well-endowed people to discuss the hidden problems of living with a very large member. Too Large for Love sits somewhere between a documentary and a reality show, which admittedly very is a skinny line. The advert for the UK-based show reads, a recent survey found that nearly half of the male population wish they had a bigger member. So a bigger penis, a better life, right? Well, not always.
No.
That's
Mitchell sneaking outside your Speedos in a hurry.
A brand new documentary is aiming to discuss the hidden problems of living with a large member, how it affects the aspects of life, including your sex life, and what help is out there for those in need. You know, when I'm thinking of giving to the needy, I never think of anyone with large penises, but I guess they should be on this list because they're also people in need.
We're people too.
Yeah, that's it. So it says, we'd like to speak to people about their positive and negative experiences of having large penises or being with someone who has had a large penis. Filming is set to start in August, and producers have stipulated that they're looking for any and all participants over the age of 18 of any sexuality or ethnicity who have a large penis. That's what they're looking for. The production company behind Too Large for Love has some of their other nutty titles under its belt, including The Real Full Monty, Love Your Garden, Britain's Most Luxurious Hotels, and My First Threesome. I mean,
I think I have a different title that they should use. When I interview, I'm going to say growers and showers.
Growers and showers. That's another thing. That's very true. Off the bag or on the bag. How does it lay? That's what you need to do. If you're interested in applying, Bob is at full attention right now, just so you know. If you're interested in applying, you can do so at the link that we are going to provide on our YouTube channel and our YouTube page for this video. If, however, you're more interested in appearing on stock standard love and drama type of reality shows, then Love Island Australia may be more your speed. Love Island Australia is actually currently casting for superfans to be a part of their next session as well. So get on over to that link if you've got a large dong. They're going to want to see it, just so you know. They're going to need some proof. 18 or older, please. And perhaps you, too, could be on Too Large for Love.
I'd just like to point out the stark contrast between the lofty philosophical discussions that were the hallmarks of last week's episode and what I've just heard so far.
I think they go hand in hand.
My wiener's going to be on TV.
Wiener in hand?
They go hand in hand when you've got a large member because you're going to need to.
You see the face Mary just made when I told her my wiener's going to be on TV.
Well, I mean, I just assumed that's how you two met.
Exactly.
God, I had this drop too.
I was dangling it over a cafeteria rail, and Mary walked by and she's like, "Oh wow!"
She said,
"That's
"Yes,
very nice.
That is the man I want."
Don't look at me like that.
That is what ladies say.
And then that's when Mary stopped being a lunch lady.
Even their wieners.
Can you pull Mary right now and ask her? POLL, and ask her what is a standard lady response to seeing a giant wiener? Is it wow or what is it?
I'm not going to ask her that question.
You're not going to ask her that? Come on.
No.
What is the point of having?
Because then she might tell me she's seen like 7 or 8 of them. Like then I'll be like the dude in Clerks.
But
like,
she married you.
Fuck 33 guys.
She married you. I think you're safe.
Yeah. I'm going to pass on that.
No, you're passing. Okay. All right. We'll figure
He
something.
met her on datemywiener.com.
Exactly. I did.
Shit, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, we do have it. Little TT's TikToks.
Are you ready?
Todd's like, Mary, they're playing my song.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. All right, well, no, that's enough of that.
It goes so much longer when you're not around, Bob.
I mean, I've
so
heard that about many things.
So do the songs.
From many people. Yeah. Yeah.
So this first one was sent to me by Todd. So Todd, if you want to tee this one up, this is which I did already play the other one.
Before
that
you
sent
tee
me.
it up, let me just describe what it is.
No, I have no clue what this is.
Okay.
Actually, you know, now looking at it, I do know what it is.
This is acted out dumbassery, but it made me laugh.
And yeah,
I think that's the only setup it needs. This is scripted, but it is funny. I thought.
And the other one that you sent me, I did play that on one of the episodes.
Got it.
If we'll play. There we
No sound.
Oh.
Still no sound. I thought we had this all worked out.
We did, but since you sent it to me in an internet link, Todd, rather than just sending it like a normal person.
I sent it to you through TikTok, and then you said, "Oh, can you SMS it to me?" But you know what? You're not gonna harsh my buzz. I'm in the islands, bro. I'm in the islands, brother. Eating local mochas and ahi tuna. I'm having a great time here. And thank you guys for chipping into the petty cash budget so I can upgrade my room.
Yeah, that little trip represents the last of the petty cash, just so you guys are aware.
Is the volume turned up on the Bluetooth?
Oh, it's not. Was that the problem?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, so we'll try
back
this.
to the beginning.
Yeah. Try this again.
Really? You fast, bro, but you ain't fast enough.
Oh, I have seen this before.
I'm a feminist. I just want you to know. You ain't get me. I got you. Where the... Oh, it's tiring. I'm hot. Don't taste me. That shit stings. My safe word is pineapple juice.
That's two words.
Cross your ankles.
Ooh.
Cross your
We
ankles.
gonna take pictures?
Bring your ankles up to your butt.
Swap man, what's my safe word?
Bring your ankles up to your butt.
That's how far I go. You think I'm in Pilates?
Say just like that.
It was fun. Ah!
They tased him anyway?
What you doing? Oh, that's cute. Oh, watch your hands, boy. Oh, that's my. Don't do that. That's my lighter. It don't work. Don't do drugs, kids. Those are my quarters. You wanna put those in your pocket? That is change. You know how long it took me to acquire those? Some of those are limited edition. Well, that's my flash drive. Don't look at it unless you want to see Big D. That's the wallet. You have no. Ooh. And watch your fingers, booty hole man. He's strong. No wonder y'all together. I'm like doing the weird shit. What's your safe word? Really?
Yeah. All right. That I don't know that. Maybe I never saw. Maybe I saw a shorter version of that video. I don't know if I don't understand why he got tased. If the officer could have, all you needed to do was just jump on the back of his crossed ankles and
he just folds.
yeah.
So this comes.
Hold on, Todd. Go ahead.
This comes. His name's Patty Mayo. He does his own YouTube channel, and he claims to be a bounty hunter. But everything's staged. It's not.
Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't actually happen.
So that didn't happen either.
I mean, it happened.
No, but was that an actual cop? Did he actually get?
No, he's like I said, he's a quote unquote bounty hunter. So he's just going after people that have skipped out on their bail.
No, I get that, but
Corey, just tell him it was real. It was
it's
real.
fine.
It was fine.
It's not. It's not real.
It's real to you.
God damn it!
It's real to you. It's real to you.
Yeah, sure. Yes,
Pineapple
Bob,
juice.
it's real.
I thought it was very. I thought it was very topical because pineapple juice. Somebody's in Hawaii, and he talked about Big D's.
That's true. It was It was a good following.
topical.
Did you know that the Booze News article from Nick was going to be about it was going to be a big dick article?
I did when we practiced this week and we went through it. Knew that was going to be
So
a perfect
anyone who's
compliment
ever been associated even loosely with the show knows that never happens. So
Anyone associated with me or Todd is very loosely.
yeah. All right, sorry, Cory.
No problem.
Oh, sorry. What else are we gonna do here?
If we could do this, do you mind, Cory?
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing for a Hawaiian shot there, Todd? You got something close?
So no shot, but I do have something close. I'm actually drinking Maui Blanc, a pineapple wine.
Pineapple wine?
Yes.
Wow.
Thank that. We don't have that. Here we go.
All right, cheers.
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 Salute. Mahalo.
That was gross. I was expecting Fireball.
I know.
Oh, shit.
You can take another drink.
Oof, I don't have anything left.
Really? All right, you go ahead. I'll get you another one.
Yeah.
All right, so this next one doesn't really need any much of a setup either. Here you go.
Nice frog.
All right.
Your legs were meant to open.
What do you mean my legs weren't open?
We'll play that again real quick just in case you guys missed it.
Yeah. Don't try this with Mary.
Your legs were meant to open.
What do you mean my legs weren't open?
They sound like some Aussies.
I think you
believe
might have
so.
put chicken broth instead of hot oil.
Yeah. I bet if it was
Makes a
hot oil,
difference.
yeah, she would have probably clenched shut.
I can only see it and not hear it, but I really hope they start putting good-looking chicks on TikTok. She was hideous.
Horrible.
Well, here's another one for you, Bob.
Already?
So again, too, I really don't think this needs much explanation. For those that do want to see the video, though, go check them out on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and you can see the full video there.
Oh, don't go down range.
How did he not die?
Nice.
Slice those jeans right up the back and sit on my face.
Yeah, she wasn't too bad herself. Two left for you. This one I've been holding on to for a while, and I actually don't know. I should have looked up the word to see if this is actually true, but this is an American female that's she's a tourist in Germany, and she came across a very interesting sign.
We're sucking dick.
We're sucking dick.
There's something,
And it means-
something you. Dick is you.
So-
Sukin. I don't know what sukin is.
Wir suchen dich.
We and you. I don't know what sukin is.
We're sucking dick.
And it means
We're hiring.
We're hiring you.
You know, I'm going to tell you this about the Germans. It's like over there they have a different word for everything.
Yep.
almost like they have a full different language.
I know.
Absolutely crazy.
Shocking.
And last but not least, we have probably the jumpiest man on TikTok.
What are you doing?
Oh, motherfucker.
Hey.
Oh, fuck.
Ready? What? Hi.
Oh, you fucker.
Hi.
Well, clearly this dude's in Iowa, and not much happens there, so he's jumping. Makes sense.
He's like, oh shit,
Wearing
another
his
person.
Hawkeye shirt. Exactly. It wasn't a
maybe
cornfield.
A better question might be, why is his wife stalking him all day?
Wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Wouldn't you if he reacted that way?
Oh, dude, if Danielle's reaction was always to do that or
I
piss her
could
pants,
Yeah, I can
that's
see
all
you.
I'd be doing all day long. I actually wouldn't be here on the podcast right now.
Danielle is.
Sorry, fellas. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
You could easily hide behind a corner and scare the shit out of Danielle.
Oh, it's not that hard, but
Set up a GoPro one time. At least do it one time. We just want to see it once. Just wait for her to get ready for work or something where she thinks you're normally sleeping, and just hide by you know she's gonna go to the coffee machine, so just hide behind the corner in the kitchen and be like, "Have a good day at work," and, then, and watch because I feel like I've scared Danielle before because I feel like I've heard her go Jesus
I mean,
you know what's funny?
I think she says Jesus a lot in that way for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah. In the bedroom.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that my bat interaction hasn't made Cory's list yet. That is truly true fright.
Your what?
My bat interaction.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
Yeah,
I believe we did play that on the show.
Did we?
Yeah,
I wasn't here for it.
we played it on an episode.
His reaction to a bat?
His first TikTok video that he made.
I've never seen it.
It was my first one.
Oh, so
It was my first.
Your second.
But it was an early one. But it wasn't. I wasn't on the show if you played it.
And I haven't heard it.
This is a great example of how, if anybody's looking to confirm whether or not these fuckers know what they're doing, this is not really doing us any favors. If you want to go see that video, you go out to TikTok to D's Nuts 3232, right?
There you go. There you go.
I'm guessing it was a very excited reaction.
So there's a bat on the siding of our house, and so I figured it was going to stay there when I started filming it, and then it actually flew at me and tried to gouge my eyes out, and I reacted appropriately.
I heard that only the white people are crazy enough to handle crazy animals, and the brothers don't react very well.
Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard.
Okay,
it's probably a truism.
Like I said, like I said before, that comedian that said, he's like, if I want to see black guys or Hispanics, I watch Cops. If I want to see white people, I watch When Animals Attack.
Todd, can you ask Mary if that's true?
Cannot.
Damn it. You are really not doing a very good job there as a man in the field.
Has she asked to not be sequestered during the show?
Island hasn't loosened Todd up much at all.
Probably not.
To keep them tigers caged.
Mary's fist might, though.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna jump into a little gentleman's agreement.
Oh, it's the MF and gentleman's agreement. Oh, done.
All right. I've got show versions. Let's just start with Nick.
Nope, I got to take a back seat to this one.
God damn it. Let's just start with Cory then.
Start with me.
Yeah. You had the terminal list. Who gave that to you?
From Todd.
I did. Yeah.
Well, buddy, I sat down last night at about 10 p.m. And then I fell asleep this morning, even though I had to be up very early, around 3:30, just to finish the entire series.
Nice.
You still
didn't like it?
No, it's absolutely phenomenal.
It's awesome.
And due to how great it is, Chris Pratt is the main star in it. He's on a Navy SEAL team and has some a situation that he's in, a mission that he's on with his team, and his team gets obliterated. As far as the storyline, that's all I really want to say about it, because it's quite new. Everything about it is absolutely fantastic. I thought for a second it was going to take more of a sci-fi turn, and you definitely might have had a negative review there.
Yeah.
But it didn't do that. It kept the course, and it literally had me from the second episode. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to stop watching this until I figure out what's going on.
That's awesome. And actually, by the way, this is the first time I've ever had the opportunity of saying this. The book is even better.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. But as far as without having read the book and just seeing the miniseries, yeah, man, they killed it. Absolutely wonderful. Very, very gripping, and just very well done. So, and anyone that's looking for something, Amazon Prime, The Terminal List, starring Chris Pratt, definitely check it out.
Okay. Sweet. Todd, did you watch your flick?
I did. In fact, and actually, funny story behind that. So we're out here in the islands, living kind of rustic, if you will.
I thought he was going to say hand to mouth or some other sort of like,
not
we can
hand to mouth.
barely find food enough to eat out here.
But the place I'm staying doesn't have. I wasn't able to actually use any of the streaming services. So, but fortunately, because I didn't know how much time I was going to be spending out in the sun, I brought my Oculus and was able to watch it on my Oculus last night. So
nice.
And that was actually pretty cool.
So you had to watch Surviving Death?
Yes.
By who was that?
Cory did.
Nope.
Nick did. Sorry.
Okay.
Nick did.
Okay.
And I watched the 2 requisite episodes because, again, I was watching it on my Oculus.
Yeah. Did that bother your face after a while?
It didn't. But I'm like, the only thing that bothered me was I wasn't able to share it with Mary. I actually woke her up. I'm like, you got to see this. And she's like, I can't see it because you have the thing on your head, you dope. Leave me alone. Giving it a solid A grade right now. I'm only
all right.
Yes. Mainly because, again, if anybody knows me knows I'm religious.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say it. But I'm also very kind of sciencey and logical. So I question a lot about religions, and especially American mainstream religion, is given that each Catholics think that they're the only one going to be in heaven, so the Lutherans, and if Baptists think that anybody who dances is going to hell, and so I'm very skeptical of North American, the perversion of North American religion. But just the stories, especially in episode 1, I was hooked right out of the gate because I'm like, very, very cool and interesting. Surviving Death, no spoiler alerts. Ultimately, it's a documentary series covering near-death experience, studied by scientists around the world. And actually, I watched 3 episodes, I guess. So I was watching the episodes around mediums over the next pieces. I'm also very skeptical of mediums and palm readers and all other stuff, but there's some very, very, very compelling data and information being shared in this series. And so highly recommend. I will be watching it to the end and doing further research. And in fact, what's really cool, even some really sad and dark things in it, it's very enlightening. Enlightening and very makes you feel good, I think.
Yeah,
there is something else.
It's positive. Yeah, it makes you, a lot of times I like the way they handle it, where they go at it from a science perspective, and they're like, listen, we want to debunk this. We want to say that this is all fake. And then when they have too many people giving the same story over and over and over, they're like, okay, well, maybe there's something to this. And then, in certain episodes and things where people are describing things that there was no way they could have known because they were not there. They were not at this specific location. And it's confirmed. It's like, okay, something happened. Something, we don't know what it is. We can't really prove it or disprove it, but something happened,
Well, 100%. I think, and I want, again, without giving any spoilers, the very first woman that they interview, her experience 100% defies any scientific rationale. It is unexplainable. And I've said, again, similarly, if anybody's been around me for a while, I'm like, I know there's a God because people jump out of airplanes every day to skydive, their chute doesn't open, and they bounce off the earth and they live. Yeah. And I'm like, that is, and those people are not specialized athletes that didn't land the right way.
Todd making it sound like people are bouncing off the earth every day.
All the time.
Well, it's not, but people experience things like that. The very first woman, Bob, she goes off a waterfall that would kill anyone. And then, she was drowned she was underwater, submerged for 30 minutes. And not resuscitated until after an hour. And
you're saying that's rare.
Even she's actually a doctor. She's a doctor, and the nature of her injuries from going off the waterfall. She's like, hey, I shouldn't have survived just the regular injuries. If she had gone down the waterfall that she went down, and then she snapped her body in half, and all of that regular physical damage should have killed her. The fact she was underwater for 30 minutes should have killed her. The fact that they weren't able to resuscitate her for another half an hour should have killed her. Oh, yeah, and she was in a river in the middle of Chile where they had to rush her 2 hours after being resuscitated to a hospital.
And she goes, listen, I'm a physician. She goes, the percentage of mortality for being underwater without oxygen for 30 minutes is like 100%. She goes, there is 0% chance that not only could I not survive or surviving, she said, but that there would be significant brain damage.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's still a doctor.
Yep, she's totally fine. She has no issues, nothing.
Gonna have to disagree with you guys a little bit there. I've held my breath for 2 minutes before, and it's pretty close to 30. So,
yeah. Did you?
I'm sorry, what?
I've held my breath for 2 minutes before. That's pretty close to 30, and I was okay.
You were fine.
Yeah.
It's closer to 30 than 0. That is true.
Exactly.
Okay.
And 2 minutes closer to 30 than 0 minutes.
I think you've proved your point.
I had a
No, it's actually closer to 0 than 30.
I thought it was a pretty solid theory.
It's closer to 0, Bob.
That is true. Two is closer to 0 than 2 is to 30.
It was like the episode of Friends where Joey's sitting here like this with his mouth closed, and Phoebe goes, hold on, don't say anything. Joey's been holding his breath for 7 minutes. And Chandler comes up and goes and pinches his nose and goes, dude, what are you trying to kill me? Pinches his nose. So yeah, I think we'd have to try this out. We'd have to pinch Cory's nose and put a timer on and see if he can really last those 2 minutes.
Who among us is going to bite the bullet and pinch his nose?
We could get. I've got tongs upstairs.
Okay.
So you got a clothespin?
Yeah.
Do you have nose tongs?
No, I don't have a clothespin. I'm not from 1910, so I'm not.
How do you hang dry your clothes out back?
I don't.
Just throw them over the line.
Yeah. Got this old kerosene dryer.
All right, thanks, Todd. I had Spiderhead from Cory. 3 weeks ago. So I would give Spiderhead. It's a Netflix original. I would give it a solid B. It's Miles Teller and why am I blanking on his name? Chris Hemsworth. The stars. Everybody else in it I didn't really know at all.
No, there was not.
Good job, Cory.
No, they're big names.
Yeah, but
sorry, it wasn't riddled with movie stars.
A-listers.
No, I like that. There's no reason to. I'm just saying, I didn't recognize, which means these other actors are like up and coming, like they're nobodies. Because I'm like, I haven't seen you in anything.
Yeah, thank you.
Toot toot.
So, Miles Teller is so quick. The 30-second synopsis: he's incarcerated for something that he did that they kind of get into. I won't spoil it. Chris Hemsworth is sort of the guy in charge at this facility, which is an alternative to jail, in which Miles Teller and the rest of the inmates there are submitted to experiments. And the whole conceit of the entire show is that they have a thing that's on their lower back that you can load up with capsules of medication and directly inject it into their bloodstream to provoke a particular response. And
Like a port?
like a port with that can be controlled by like an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
But some of those responses can be extreme, and that's where like things go wrong, which is the whole point of shows like that. So, I think it was a solid B. I couldn't figure out whether or not they were really trying to lean heavily into the drama part of it or heavily into the comedy part, because some of the shit that Chris Hemsworth did was borderline comedic. He was really playing like a broad character.
I think it was trying to have a good mixture of both.
Yeah, but they seem to keep straddling the line between the two, and I couldn't.
Bob needs black or white. It's either funny or it's a drama. God damn it!
They didn't do a very good job, I think, of mixing the two.
Gene Siskel, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
like we were talking about Stranger Things. Stranger Things is a really good example of trying to do a good mix of comedy and drama. This one, not as much, but I still give it a solid B. Because Hemsworth is fucking hilarious. He's got a really good sense of humor. So well done. I would recommend it. I think I don't think it was more than like an hour 40, hour 45.
I was just happy to hop on that before because I figured it would be something that Nick would see on Netflix and be like, oh, I'm going to watch this right away.
Why would you think that?
It's just the second he sees a preview for it, it's something that would appeal to him.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
But it's not a documentary. It doesn't have anything to do with like serial killers.
No, it has nothing to do with anything that we've ever given Nick. So therefore, he's going to watch it.
That's funny.
I see where you're going. Okay.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, I have all these movies to watch.
All right.
I'll watch this instead.
That's right.
So
I like to choose.
So Nick, you're still waiting to watch your assignment from last week.
Yeah. Yep.
Todd, are you gonna take it?
He had Eat, Pray, Love, right?
He did. Todd? Are you gonna take a new assignment, or are you gonna wait until you get back?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I'm working.
Because you only have your Oculus, and I don't want to make Mary madder at us than she needs to be.
Are they there? Todd, you guys there for 16 days?
I'm there here as long as the freaking podcast budget allows.
Okay. So
All
come
right.
home now.
All right. So new assignments for next week. I have Todd. Todd has Cory, and Cory has me. So, Todd, are you prepared?
I have Cory again.
Yes, you do.
Your
damn it.
Wheel of Fortune works horribly. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Are you prepared now, or do you want me to go first?
I am, although, Cory, I might need your help in actually getting a specific example, but let me find it. I do have one. Give me a minute. I'll go next. But I had one I wanted to assign to.
Cory, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You have Web of Make-Believe, Death Lies in the Internet.
Okay.
On Netflix.
Oh, I think I've seen this on the home screen.
It's pretty new, so.
Okay. Todd.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen F is for Family?
I have not.
There you go.
Perfect.
I'm pretty sure it's Netflix.
Okay. I'll take a look.
Yep. F is for Family. That is all you.
Awesome. And I'm ready for Cory.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Cory, don't make the face. I picked because it's a documentary series, and I think it's pretty awesome. But the origins of hip hop. It's on A&E.
No, because I do believe I've actually seen this.
Have you seen the Fat Joe? Have you seen the Fat Joe episode?
Yeah, I've watched all of them. Let me go with that, and I'll look it up, and if I can confirm that I haven't seen it, then I'll definitely go with that.
Right.
Okay.
What was
and it's the origin. The name of the series. It's a multi-part series, and it's the origins of hip hop on A&E.
Okay.
And specifically, though, there's one episode because I don't know what the order of them. The Fat Joe episode is fabulous.
All right. Yeah, I'll definitely confirm and let you know, buddy.
Cool.
All right. Excellent, gentlemen. I wanted to kind of bring this up since we have, I think we got a little bit of time before we close out the pick of the week, right, Cory?
Got about 15 minutes.
Okay. So Rolling Stone released their best albums of 2022 so far. So we're, almost 7.5 months into the year. And so I went through the list because I like to consider myself a student of music.
A connoisseur,
if you will. Yeah.
An aficionado.
I just like to repeat everything Cory says. So based on my reaction, I'm like, let me just try to divide this up into three lists. Those that I know, those that I don't know, and those where I'm like, who the fuck is that? So see if you can follow along here and see if you also fall in the same category as I am. So this is my category of the artists who had the best albums of 2022 so far that I knew. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I feel confident all you guys know who they Peppers are.
Yes.
Yep.
Black Keys.
Yep.
Don't know who they are.
Seriously?
Awesome. They're awesome.
I don't know who they are.
Oh, okay.
As funny as that is.
Not
I
funny,
don't know.
just learning something new every day.
High fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige. I'm like, yep. I know who that is.
I know Mary J.
Florence and the Machine.
No idea.
I've heard a couple of her songs. I'm aware of her.
Yep.
I don't know.
Maybe if I heard a song, but I don't. Yeah, I definitely don't know the name right off.
You sure it's not Florence Henderson?
I wish it was Florence Henderson. Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, know her. Kendrick Lamar.
No idea.
Yep.
Knew that.
You would know his songs.
Yep.
Avril Lavigne, who I was really surprised because she's. I thought she
like early '90s.
Yeah, I'm like, she's
she
still
was done.
around.
Yeah.
Fife Dog.
No.
Yeah,
just
Tribe
make
Called
things
Quest.
up.
Tribe
Called Quest.
Oh, that I
Tribe
know.
Called
Okay.
Quest.
because he passed away, didn't he, Todd?
Who?
Yes. Yep.
He's I think the
He's a
leader of
late
Tribe Called
member.
Quest who recently
He's not the
passed
leader.
away.
There's all three of the guys in that group are all solid. Q-Tip is solo. He's got multi-platinum recording artist.
Cute.
So what are the odds that Corey's actually seen the documentary just assigned to him if he doesn't know who Fife Dog is?
I'm feeling pretty good, especially the episode I want him to see is solid. So I think he'll enjoy it.
Todd,
Again, we do this because it's something that people haven't seen before, and I think if you think they'll enjoy it, I think that if Cory hasn't seen it, he's going to think he's going to hate it, and I think he'll be very, very pleasantly surprised.
Todd,
No, dude,
He's got you pegged.
That I would definitely never hate just from the title.
Todd, if he tells you that he's seen it, you're gonna have to quiz him on it because he's a shifty one. And if he doesn't want to see something, I can see him being like, "Oh yeah, I totally saw it."
Subtitles. There's only a couple subtitles.
Only a couple. No, that's better than most of the shit Bob gives me, so that's good.
Jesus. All right. Well, that came out of nowhere. All right. So the last couple that I knew, I'm like, oh, Spoon. I know Spoon. Maybe I'm a weird guy. Texas rock band. I
Never heard of him.
Nope.
Right. So I'm like, oh yeah, probably the only one. And then Wilco. I'm not a big Wilco fan, but I feel like everybody knows who they are.
Nope.
Really?
I've heard of them.
Okay. So the list that I'm like, I don't know who this is. I'm interested for you guys to tell me if you do, because I don't. Omar Apollo.
No.
Negative.
Never heard of him.
Bad Bunny.
No.
Yes. Bad Bunny's awesome. Awesome.
Is he
Highly
American?
recommend. No, he's Latin. Mexican.
These names are killing me.
No, Puerto Rican. No, never. Puerto Rican. So he's American. He's American.
I did not know who that was.
Bad Bunny is same. Heard of J Balvin?
No.
I've heard J Balvin.
Have you? Okay.
Bad Bunny is some kind of Spanish.
No, the music, guys. No lie. Actually, I was playing that on the patio today. J Balvin, Bad Bunny, spectacular tunes. You won't understand any of the words, but very, very, very catchy beats, and you'll love it.
Sounds
I love how he's telling me right up front, like, you're not going to understand any of this. All right,
you don't need
that's
to.
cool.
Good music doesn't need to be understood. There's songs I hear from classic rock where I'm just realizing it. I paid attention to the words. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know that they were saying that. But anyway, good music.
I value your opinion, guys, and so I will take that and try to do a listen to Bad Bunny.
I'll pick a song. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, do that. Send me a Spotify link. That's
the only way he's going to look into it.
Yeah,
Todd.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Big Thief.
No idea.
No,
Negative.
never heard of it.
BTS.
Yes,
Is that the
I don't
Asian?
know that.
that's the Korean. Yeah, it's the Korean group.
Yeah, because one of the singers from BTS just did a song with Charlie Puth.
Yeah, and they're taking a break too.
Who?
The boy band's breaking up.
Oh, this band is breaking up. I never heard of them before. That is a shame.
Charlie
They're
Puth.
taking a hiatus.
I'm like, you lost me at Korean group. Okay. Camila Cabello.
The girls love them.
No idea.
Oh yeah, Camila Cabello. Cabello.
Yep. Okay. Cabello.
Yep.
That's weird. There's
Spanish.
no Y in there. Okay. Charlie XCX.
Else. Yes.
No idea. No idea.
Yeah.
It's all teeny bopper stuff.
Okay. Father John Misty.
No.
No, I didn't think priests could sing.
They have their along with Never Fucking Again. They have their throats removed.
Yeah.
And
I mean, how many priests do you see on MTV? Not a lot. I don't see too many.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
But you've never seen a Prince video, I guess.
No.
Mitski
No.
Negative.
Nope.
Sounds Mexican.
and Harry Styles.
I know Harry Styles.
Yep. Absolutely.
I know who he is, but I've never heard one single note of anything he's ever done.
I'm sure you probably have.
I'll send you a Harry Styles song. There's a couple. He's got a couple good songs.
Isn't
All right, thanks,
Harry Styles the watermelon sugar guy?
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah. Watermelon sugar.
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
All right. All right, and then I have lastly is a list of what the fuck, because I wasn't even aware that these were names. These are actual artists who've released albums in 2022, and Rolling Stone thinks that they are some of the best that you can find. Rosalia.
Yes.
Sister Cran.
Yes.
Seriously?
Rosalia. She does a duet with someone, a song that I really like.
Send me a Spotify link, Todd.
No idea.
Will do. Yeah.
Saba.
No.
No.
I thought that was like kind of hummus.
It is a brand of hummus.
Okay.
Sabra.
Oh, you're right. Shamir.
Shamal. House of Pepper Incorporated.
What show?
No.
That's Laverne Shades.
Good call. Yeah, never heard of Shamir. Trueno.
No.
I think I poured that down my sink
Never.
last week.
Right. I'm like, that's it. Oh, it gets better. Earl Sweatshirt.
Stop.
That is the legitimate
Yeah.
performing stage name of a guy who's one of the best.
Name is
albums.
Earl.
Can you imagine if they were like,
Last name is Sweatshirt.
and for tonight's Super Bowl party, Father Hoopla,
Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, and Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. That was my experience in reading this list, going like, I like to think I had my finger in the pulse of, but like clearly I'm slipping a little bit. Fivio Foreign.
No.
No.
Girl Pool.
Sounds like something I like to get
I'd
into,
like
though.
Sounds good.
But I've never heard of them. Horse Girl.
Oh, I would be in the girl pool before I was calling up Horse Girl, that's for sure.
Maybe if there were enough drinks involved.
There's a fucking band out there called Horse Girl.
Too many teeth.
Coffee with a K.
She's got a big cock.
No, I don't know.
Coffee with a K.
That
No.
would anger me if I actually saw coffee spelled with a K.
And that is a just based on the picture alone, it's a rap artist whose name is Coffee.
Okay.
And there's another one whose name is Lato, like latte with an O.
Oh my God.
And I hope that this is I swear to God this is true. And I really hope that they go on tour together. Coffee and Lato. Coy Leray is another Coy. I'm like, I give up. I give up. But
Yeah.
then I saw Lil Durk.
What?
Well,
Like
No, haven't heard of that.
D-U-R-K, which I assume is how you would spell Dirk. And someone said, you know what? There's already way too many Dirks.
Yeah, I think
I'm
of
the-
Dirk.
I'm the
Dirk,
smallest.
like D-I-R-K.
I'm the smallest of the Dirks.
there's also way too many Lils.
Yes. What is up with that?
Yeah. What does that mean? I don't understand. Is it,
Little? It's an abbreviation for little.
what does it mean that there's so many Lils? Like, I mean, why do they? I mean, usually it's big. I mean, isn't big the phrase or the?
That is the
word?
opposite
because
of
when-
little. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
usually when
Big Dirk was probably already taken. And medium
His dad-
Dirk's no good.
His dad's Big
just
Dirk.
Dirk taken, though? I really don't think that it was.
Dirk. Especially
Just
with
Dirk.
a U. Yeah, just Dirk with a U.
Yeah. No, there were two that I did listen to, and I discovered that I actually do like them. There's a group called Wet Leg.
Oh my God, I can't.
Wait,
With these
I'm like-
names, I really can't handle much more of this.
Yeah.
that was actually kind of funny because that just made me imagine someone pissing their pants. So that's pretty.
Right,
That's pretty.
as you would.
That's pretty good.
And then the other group is Los Bichos.
That's also
I like it.
Which
Never heard of it.
I almost bought their album because
which is Spanish for the
the
bitchos.
Bichos, yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. There's one more. Sleeps in Ubers.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that band. I've got all their albums. I've seen them on tour. Yeah.
Can hear them even when I'm sleeping.
I do work in the studio to help them mix their new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them their background
They call me
sounds.
whenever they need me. Yeah.
Lay down,
Some inspiration.
lay down a background track for me, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That log sawing you hear in the background. That's me.
All right. Can we close then with Pick of the Week?
Sounds like a solid plan,
All
sir.
right. Hey, all you co-hosts who are responsible for doing this kind of thing, get on a theme song for Pick of the Week.
Yeah.
still don't
We're
have it.
working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
I've had artwork for about 2 years on that.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it on island time.
Yeah, hijack someone with a ukulele down there. See if they can play something for you real quick.
Yeah. There probably are not enough ukulele kidnappings going on down there. Mm-hmm. Who wants to jump in here?
I'm ready.
Go ahead, Todd.
Because I have an introductory story. So
I hope it's really long.
it's not really long, but
Okay.
it's not really short. So
All right.
to our listeners, some of you may or may not be aware, but I recently came down with COVID and was sick. And thankfully, I'm past it. I'm feeling really good. It wasn't hit really hard. But one of the symptoms that I experienced that I wasn't expecting was really bad balance. And I didn't know it until it manifested itself. And by the way, I've always prided myself on having really good balance, and just have never really had issues with my equilibrium until recently. As also some of you may or may not know who listen to the podcast, I'm a chicken farmer these days, and recently I lost a couple of my chickens due to coyote break-ins into down fence sections on my yard, and it's taken a while to get some contractors out to repair the fence. And so recently I did a little research and found out that one way to deter the coyotes that broke into my tranquil setting homestead and murdered 2 of my chickens, one way to deter them from coming onto your property was to urinate or get predator urine to sprinkle on your property, because that will deter coyotes and other animals from coming into the yard. So recently, I ordered a jar of a product that'll be my pick of the week. But before it came, I was actually out urinating on some of my property to keep the wolves at bay, or not the wolves, the coyotes at bay, because I'm told that human urine is even more like the coyotes do not like it, and they will just run away from it. And so while I was standing on some logs that had been cut in my yard that fell on the tree that fell on the fence, I stumbled and fell on my back and realized that I should stop trying to pee all over my yard to keep the coyotes away. So I ordered.
Were you peeing mid pee? You fell?
Yes, I did.
Like,
God!
With what I've been told is your giant dong spraying
like an out of control fire hose.
Yeah, while you were flipping your.
Mary's gonna feel so duped when she finds out there's no coyotes anywhere around there.
Just an elephant's trunk.
That was just Todd's excuse to go piss all over the lawn.
I was wondering too. I'm like, you may be pulling the wool over Mary's eyes, Todd. But you're like, hey babe, guess I'm gonna have to go pee outside again.
Yeah, gotta go piss out the yard again, Mary.
Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. She's like, why are you going outside? I go, I gotta keep the coyotes away. So
perfect.
My pick of the week is a product called Predator Pee. And in fact, I got the specific wolf pee version of their Predator Pee. I bought a 128 ounce or 1 gallon jug for $60 on Amazon. You too can get it. And sprinkled it around. And I thought, wow, did I get duped, right? I just bought a gallon jug of granulated, I'm guessing wolf urine, but it could be just an old homeless dude peeing in a jug of frickin' salt granules and mailing it to me.
Yeah, how would you know?
I was gonna say, Todd, next time you're in the market, buddy, for that same gallon, I'll charge you $20, sir.
So here we go. So
yeah, but it's predator urine, Cory.
It's exactly not tortoise. It's not tortoise pee. It's not tortoise pee. Anyway.
Wow.
Being scientific, I grabbed it and I'm like, well, I could sprinkle this on the ground and I'm sure it'll do some good for a little bit of time. But I thought a better idea would create these little tea bag sacks. So I got some mesh and some paper towel, spooned in some of this granulated wolf pee, sealed it up into these little tea bags, and then hung them around the yard. And no lie, I'm like, as I was hanging these 20 plus bags of granulated wolf pee, I'm thinking I'm the dumbest guy around. But then to my surprise, about 2 days later, Bo rolled out into the yard and we were out near one of the edges of the fence. And all of a sudden his nose went up in the air and all of his fur stood up on end and he was growling and barking like nobody's business. And then he finally zeroed in on one of the tea bags of wolf pee that I'd hung. So pick of the week, Predator Pee.
Wouldn't it
wolf pee edition?
Wouldn't it be more effective to just put the wolf pee like in a jar, like inside the coop?
Well, no, my chickens, I let them free range on the property, and so I would be, if I put it in the coop, I'd be protecting the coop. That's Fort Knox already, dude. I got electric fence.
I was wondering.
Guillotine. I got the works in the coop. but I let them free range in the yard.
Gotcha. I'm like, how are these coyotes getting your chickens inside this coop? Like, that didn't make any sense. Okay.
No, I had a couple of trees come down and knock my fence over in spots that I didn't see originally. And now getting contractors out to repair the fence is taking longer than expected. And so I've resorted to predator pee and my own pee, one of which almost killed me.
Or Todd, you make little collars with the tea bags and put them around all the chickens.
That's actually pretty genius. Right there.
So they'll only be afraid once they've got the chicken in their mouth.
Oh no, they'll smell it wherever the chicken goes.
Yeah, I don't know what the radius of its effect is.
It depends if they're downwind or not. If they're upwind,
but you could say that about the ones you hung all over and festooned your yard with too. But those aren't moving.
They're not moving, but my fence is not just one-dimensional. So I actually have a fence that goes around, so that no matter where the wind's going, they'll get the waft of wolf pee.
All right, who wants to follow granulated wolf pee?
I don't know if anyone can.
I mean, not as
we
good.
could just wrap it up right now.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that should be
that
it.
That might be it, and just end on that high note.
Yeah.
I know I don't have anything to top that. Todd, congratulations. You win the internet and the podcast for the evening. On behalf
Mahalo Bitches.
Mahalo from the Schnozzcast. We'll see you next weekend.